everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Walkthroughs, back with another video. And today we are out here checking out Hersheypark's Halloween event. We have our wristband for tonight to get into all the stuff for Dark Nights. But today is daytime, so we're out here checking out the Hersheypark Halloween stuff, checking out all the character meet and greets, checking out the treat trail. Unfortunately, too big, can't go through the treat trail, but I'll at least show you where it is. So we also actually got invited out for media for this event, so big shout out to the Hersheypark media team for inviting us out here to get us tickets and everything to come out and check out the event this year. First year event, super excited to check it out. We have a bunch of food tryings that we're going to be doing tonight as well to try out some of the specialty food items for this year's event. So super excited for that. But before we get into it, please make sure you're subscribed and have those bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video. And also make sure you're following me on both Instagram and Twitter. The links for those are going to be down in the description below. But now let's check out some of this Halloween stuff for Hersheypark. So here in the central area right inside the front gate after you get past Candemonium and everything, we have this big stage here where the character spooktacular, the glow party is going to be tonight. Unfortunately, we're going to be busy checking out all of the Dark Knight stuff, so we won't be able to check this out, but this is the area where it would be in, just right in this big pavilion here right in the middle. Now there are a few coasters that are open today and tonight. They are doing a bunch of dark rides as well on Candemonium, Laff Track, Comet, Lightning Racer. Just a bunch of the coasters are doing dark rides tonight, so that's gonna be super awesome where all the lights are gonna be out. We're gonna try to see if we can scope out some of the areas before it gets too dark to at least get a look at what they look like during the day, and then also take a look at some merchandise if we can find any. So right here in the hollow is going to be our first scare zone that you run into up at the front, and that is Darkstones Hollow. And they have this sign here indicating that the zone includes loud sounds, low lighting, special effects, and sudden movements. Yeah, so they have this out here during the day just to signify what this is going to turn into at night. And they do have most of the maps updated around the park to signify stuff for Dark Nights. So Creatures of the Night for Zoo America, of course, they have Zoo America open. And they have the first haunted house here being Creature Chaos, which is actually, I believe, right over there is where Creature Chaos is. And then they have the Haunted Coal Mine, which is over by the Trailblazer catering area. And then the first of the scare zones is, like I said, is right here in the hollow. So here is one of the food booths for the event, Professor Darkstone's Base Camp. And you can see right there they have Frightful Fries, Crab Meat, Critter Fritters, Terror Tots, which are basically pizza tots, so I'm excited to try those out. And they have their two specialty cocktails, Dark Knight's Inferno and Blue Beast. Yeah, this is also one of the entrances for the haunts for Creature Chaos. So right in here, I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm interested to see it. And then they have a bunch of the wait times here for all of the houses. So Creature Chaos, Haunted Coal Mine, Twisted Darkness, and The Descent. All temporarily closed because the event starts actually at 6 o'clock. Right here by Super Duper Looper is an area where you can pick up your HP Go wristbands for Dark Nights. You're going to need those wristbands if you want to go through any of the houses, and your wristband does allow you unlimited run-throughs of the houses. So the entrance of Creature Chaos is down there, but there is a ton of queue line right here. So like I said, takes you down, wraps you around, and then takes you down to the amphitheater, which is where the actual house is located. Our next scare zone spot here, like I said, down towards the Trailblazer catering is Valley of Fear. Here is the entrance for the Haunted Coal Mine. The line goes down there, and then the actual entrance is right over here by Trailblazer catering. And I will say, this is not what I expected for Valley of Fear. I was expecting to be some sort of like swamp type thing, but it's looking like it's literally just going to be the haunted mine extended into the streets. Alright, so up here as we pass Jolly Rancher Remix and head down towards the boardwalk, we are in kind of like a dead area for scare zones and everything until we get down there. But the next thing I believe we're going to check out is their tribute store for this year, which is down by the boardwalk. Alright, here we are, Dark Knight's Emporium, clothing, collectibles, and curiosities. It's basically a Dark Knight's tribute store. So they have like little displays all over the place here, and then we're showing off our Spirit jerseys. They got a bunch of actual branded Spirit jerseys. You got Hersheypark, got one that says Dark Knights, it's like a shimmery lettering. I don't believe there's anything in the front of these, which is unfortunate. I kind of wish there was like at least maybe a Hersheypark logo or Dark Knights logo on the front, but nothing. And then they have Scare Squad, shimmery Hersheypark, real fuzzy sweatshirts, and of course your normal Dark Knights kind of like weathered tie-dye type situation, both the short sleeve and long sleeve. And here's another one of the little prop areas they have. This one is definitely for Twisted Darkness, though. You can see with the crystal ball. And then what I'm super excited for, this shirt is 100%, I'm getting this one. It says I survived, has all of the zones and the houses on the back, and then on the front it just has little Dark Knights 2022. Awesome shirt. I honestly, like I said, 100%, that is what I'm getting. And they do have a no boo necklace here to let the Scare Zone monsters know you don't want to be scared. I mean, it's not something that I'd want to get, but if you don't want to be scared, $6.99, you can get a no boo necklace. Now this is surprising. They have candles and scents and wax melts for all of the houses here. The Descent, Twisted Darkness, just normal Dark Knights, Haunted Coal Mine, and Creature Chaos. That is awesome. They have shot glasses, Dark Knight shot glasses. Each of these have like the houses on them. And then they have water bottles, coffee mugs, you know, everything you could possibly want. And of course, my favorite spot, pins. I love pins. They have pins for all of the attractions and Scare Zones. You can get them as a bunch here, and then you can also just get a normal Dark Knights glow-in-the-dark pin, this is definitely what I'm getting. And then they have lanyards, Dark Knights lanyard, white and black, and then of course they have just the House Scare Zone lanyard, and last but not least we have shirts for individual zones and houses, as well as socks for all of them as well. T-shirts, sweatshirts, socks for each individual thing. Alright, Dark Knights Emporium. Honestly, impressive for their first year of doing this. I actually really enjoyed the amount of merchandise they have for each individual attraction, as well as just the collaboration t-shirt for the event itself. Super cool, and definitely if you're looking for merchandise for Dark Knights, you're going to want to get it over here. So here is the entrance to the Treatville Trail, over here right next to the Dark Knights Emporium. Unfortunately, you have to be 12 and under to go through it to get trick-or-treating, so we're not going to be able to do that today. But just so you know where it's at, right here in the boardwalk, across from Chicky and Pete's, right next to the Dark Knights Emporium. This is hilarious, man. R.I.P. Wildcat. The old Wildcat trains with skeletons in them. And entrance number 3, the Descent, right over here by Wild Mouse and by what used to be Wildcat. And then, of course, right here we have more Twisted Beverages, still with the Dark Knights Inferno. It's been everywhere, but a new one, Rotten Apple, which is green apple with malted spirits. And we have special vending machines here for Dark Knights for, you guessed it, Mountain Dew Voodoo number 4. They have Voodoo this year in these vending machines. I have not tasted it this year, but there it is, right there in the machine. And in case you were wondering, it is $4 for a bottle of Voodoo. Here is Midway of Misery. There's a big fire tower. I'm excited for when the event actually starts up and we can see that, but this is a really cool theming here for this Scare Zone. And then of course you can see down there, we're going to get a closer look at that, but that's the entrance for Twisted Darkness. So like I said, right here by the entrance of the Midway of Misery is the entrance for Twisted Darkness, with a lot of switchbacks going through the whip here. We are here at the media area for Dark Knights tonight, and 21 and older, we're getting a drink. So they have the Dark Knights Inferno drink for us to try out here. Look at that. That is cool looking. It is cranberry and fireball. I don't know how I feel about that combination. And here we are. Dark Knights Inferno in a Dark Knights branded Blinky cup. You can see that light going off there. Got Dark Knights on this side, and then on the other side we have a really cool effect, and you can see that shimmering edible glitter in there, making a really cool effect there. All right, here we go. Dark Knights Inferno. Ooh, you know, I didn't expect it to work as well as it does, but it has that little hint of cinnamon, and then it just nicely mellows out into that sweet cranberry. It's actually really refreshing. That's definitely something you want to get, and these Blinky cups come with every drink, so yeah, definitely a nice souvenir to get. All right, so we have our ensemble of food here. We have our pulled pork sandwich, we have our toxic mac and cheese, and our corn and crab fritters with, I believe, is a hot sauce injectable syringe for it. So we're gonna do the little pulled pork slider first. That is very good, actually. It's very sweet, the actual barbecue sauce on the pulled pork, but it's very good. My only thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of black food coloring stuff in food, so I don't know how I feel about it, but it does fit the Halloween theme and is very tasty. All right, next up we got toxic mac and cheese. Doesn't look very appetizing, but I'm sure it tastes delicious. Yeah, it's just your basic mac and cheese. It does have a little kick to it. I do really enjoy the little hint of hot that it has in it, but other than that, it's just your basic mac and cheese, except like a greenish blue. We got our corn and crab fritters, and this is actually cocktail sauce. So let's try this out here. Okay, yep, we have some cocktail sauce in there. Let's give it a try. All right, here we go with the cocktail sauce in it. You don't really taste the crab. It's very doughy, but the corn is in there definitely, and that cocktail sauce does add a little bit of a nice bite to it and a little bit of nice spice from the horseradish. It's very good. So my final review on all the food: those corn crab fritters with the cocktail sauce syringe, so good. That cocktail sauce adds that nice little kick to it, that nice bite to it, and really adds another depth to that actual food. It's probably, not gonna lie, one of my favorite things from here. That crab corn fritter was so unique and different. I actually really enjoyed that. That pulled pork, though, with the black sesame seed bun, also phenomenal. That pulled pork was so good. The mac and cheese was good. It wasn't different enough for me. It just had that little drizzle of hot sauce on it, and it was green. It was okay, but definitely, if it's one of those three things that you want to try here, those crab corn fritters, phenomenal. All right, we're done with the food from the media night. Now it is officially time for some haunts. Let's go! I think we're gonna head over to the Descent and Twisted Darkness first, because they're the closest ones to us, and the Descent is probably one of the more hype ones that I have for myself, just because it sounds cool. It sounds really cool, so I think we're gonna do that one first. Here we are, like I said, the Descent, our first haunt of the night, over here by Wild Mouse. Super excited for this one. 15-minute wait is what it says right now. Here we are, the entrance facade for the Descent, our first house of the night. Oh man, here we go. Shuffle our
friends coming in. I want everybody to see my most famous relic of them all. It's called the Varoscope, a very powerful tool that can show you your past, present, and future. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a curse on it, you see. It causes the user to lose a little bit of their soul and unleashes a dark force called the Whispering. What are you doing?
I have to use it. I have to find out what happened to my husband. This is my only hope. Ah! What is looking at the answers I see?
All right, it's a little bit like outside here, but we're heading into the actual tent. Oh, geez. Oh, this is so dark. I can't see a damn thing. I at least see that. Oh, I am on edge. Oh, there's Sif. Stuff in face. Oh, that's... Oh, yo! Whoa. Oh, look at the awesome, like, water effect with the fog. That is so cool. Oh, hey, how's it going? We just got out of the descent, and it's our first walkthrough. I'll do a little bit of constructive criticism, and I'll say what things I liked about it. So, the biggest thing I liked about it was that bungee scare, that zipline scare. So well done, so awesome, and I loved that whole like facade there that they had for that. Super cool, and that really that pre-show was really interesting. It's very unique. Now let's talk about the constructive criticisms. A lot of these scare actors were in just dark corners, just banging stuff, and that was about it. You couldn't really tell what their costumes were. They just sat in the dark a lot. I think they need to up the lights in there because it was really dark. You couldn't really tell many details of things. There were cool effects, but for the most part, it's just so dark that you couldn't really tell what was going on in the house. And here's our first scare zone, Midway of Misery, and they got the fire towers going out, man. Oh yeah, we can love me a good fire tower. But we're gonna step into it a little bit. But our next haunt is right in there. Oh man. All right, here's our next haunt, Twisted Darkness. All right, so this one is our like fortune teller, carny type house. I'm super excited for this one as well. I've heard it's very good. Ooh.
Welcome. Come in, my dears. Come. Look into the light. I see you shiver. Dare I sense your fright?
He's terrified.
You'll fit right in here, my dear. The show's begun. Its place is for you, my sweet and dear. To the armies with you! Go!
Whoa.
This is cool.
Whoa, that is awesome. Oh, it's... Oh, shh. That was good. That was good. I can't...
I like this a lot too.
I'm having trouble here recording and walking at the same time in this. Nope, that way. Oh, fucking... Damn it, I hate these things.
I like this one better.
Hi. Oh!
Right in the face.
Whoa, this is awesome. Oh, hi. There's so much to look at.
I know.
Oh, that was cool. Oh no, wait, this is the beginning room, except destroyed. That's awesome. Oh, hi. All right, so Twisted Darkness. That was 1,000 times better than The Descent. Straight off the bat. For an actual haunt, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. I thought it was really good as far comparative to the one we went to previously, The Descent. As a first-year haunt, 10 out of 10. Now I will say, it does suffer from the HHN Hollywood black walls. There was a lot of sections of black walls that it was just hallways of just nothingness. But there was sections that were so detailed, there was so much to look at, and then they had scares to the left, scares to the right, and you were too focused on like, oh my god, looking at the set design that you were caught off guard. And then personally for me, mirror mazes, man, they get me every time, and they had one in there, and both scares that were in there, got me, 100%. Love mirror mazes as far as scare factor goes for me. but that one was so good and head and shoulders above the Descent. All right, now we gotta head back into Midway Misery. We're gonna do the little loop around there and say hi to the rest of the scare actors because we only got a little taste of this zone. All right, now we're into our second scare zone, Valley of Fear, as we head towards the front of the park. A long walk down here with nothing really going on. Because this whole area is supposed to be part of the scare zone. Oh, yeah! Ghillie suit! Yes! I love ghillie suits. Oh, the outhouse is on fire. Why is the outhouse on fire? Or, oh, explosives are on fire. Even better! Alright, we have another smoldering thing, and this one says moonshine. Also, not a good thing to be on fire. Alright, house number 3, haunted coal mine. And still 15-minute wait. In we go. Okay.
Last time somebody stood too close to the door. I didn't see them. Right this way, please. Away from the door, please. Now, you're gonna go jump. Jump. We're gonna go jump. We're gonna go jump.
Oh, this set design's pretty cool, actually. Oh, nice. That was good. Oh, this is an awesome room here. Big wide open room.
Hey, get up! Get up! Get off me!
Swamp effect, all right. That way. Uh-oh. Okay. We just got done with the haunted coal mine, and comparative to the other two, Descent still the worst one. It wasn't nearly as good as Twisted Darkness, but it was still very good. There were scenes that were good. My issue with it, with a lot of them now, is still just the amount of security that's in it, and they're not hidden very well. You just see a security person just standing in the middle of a room, and it kind of really kills some scenes for you. There were pretty cool set design pieces in there. A couple cool areas, like the explosive area right at the end, that was actually really well done. And the mine shaft was okay, but you could look up and immediately tell that you weren't in a mine shaft or like in an elevator going down. So, give and take. I mean, as far as the actual set design for a lot of the rooms, were very cool and actually like pretty well done for what the haunt was. All right, so we got out of the Valley of Fear that was back there, and no, that I don't like to say that things are straight up bad, but that one was not a lot of theming, 2 scare actors throughout the entire thing. They need more scare actors in there. That's what a scare zone is. Scare actors. So there was the ambiance, but there wasn't the scare actors. So I'm gonna have to dock that one off. I'm sorry. All right, our final house that we have to get through tonight. Creature Chaos. And looking at the times, there's still 15 minutes. Sundays might be the night to go if you're trying to get here and run through some houses. Darkstones, Mythical Menagerie. Oh, wow.
One and all, Professor Darkstones, traveling mythical menagerie. I am your host, Professor Darkstone, and tonight you'll get to see all of my face live and in living color. And my newest character yet, the dangerous, evil, It's easy to know I'm going to experience with my face tonight. So go right through those doors, you'll get to experience my face live and in living color.
What are you doing here? You have to get out of here, please. Please hurry, get out of here. You can't be here. You have to go. I don't know where they are. Please go. Go that way. Please go. Get out.
Whoa. Oh, hey.
Get away from her!
Hide from the creatures on the roof. Don't be scared.
Hi. Oh, that's cool looking.
That was cool with the strobe light.
Yeah.
Dead body.
Dead body?
Keep going!
So Creature Chaos lets you out right over here by the haunted coal mine. And let's do our little quick review. There are clearly two haunts that are better than the other two. And that would be the haunted coal mine and Twisted Darkness. That one was okay. There were parts of it that were awesome. Some of the actual costumes were pretty cool for the creatures, but overall, the set design was lacking in that one. But there was great interactions with Professor Darkstone right at the beginning. I really enjoyed that part, but overall, it's just a lot of walking, not a lot of scare actors, not a lot of set design in that one, which is what's going on with this haunt a lot. There's just not a lot of scare actors. A lot of empty spots, a lot of not detailed spots. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we're gonna do a couple run-throughs of other stuff, and then I'll do my final review of the haunt. Alright, so we're about to go on Jolly Rancher Remix because there is a Halloween overlay for it, I've heard. So we'll see how long the wait is for this. Well, I don't know if I was lied to or what happened, but there was no Halloween overlay. It was still the normal ride, which, don't get me wrong, still a great ride, still one of the most unique boomerangs I've ever been on. But not what I was expecting, but still great, nonetheless. And no wait, pretty much. We walked right on. So our last attraction that we just got out of was Laff Track. And for the Halloween Dark Nights here at Hershey, it's lights out. It's completely dark in there. That was one of a kind experience in there. That was so cool with the lights out. Like, we were spinning so much, couldn't tell where we were going. That was awesome. Definitely one thing you want to do for an attraction when you're here for Dark Nights. Alrighty, we are out of Hersheypark, ending our night here at Dark Nights. And there's a lot of positives to take away from this first year event, but there's a lot of negatives that we have to point out. So, positives. There were 2 really good attractions for a first year haunt. They need to build off of those. Those were great. The other 2 have a lot of tweaking to do, and overall, there's a lot of security more than there are scare actors, and they need to fix that. They need to fix lighting in some of the houses. There's just a lot of things need to be tweaked over this run of the event. I hope that they take these criticisms over the next year and work on them and try to make it better for years to come, because I feel that this event has potential to be one of the better theme park events in the area. I mean, personally, as a first year event, it's already better than Fright Fest over at Great Adventure, because I absolutely hated that event, but this actually has potential. When you get here, you need to think about one thing. This is a theme park haunt event. You don't go into it thinking, okay, this is gonna scare the pants off me, because that's not what this is. This is a family-friendly park that is attempting to make a haunt event. There's not gonna be a lot of gore, if any. There's not gonna be a lot of this, like this. It's a family-friendly haunt event. That's what you gotta go into it thinking, because it's a theme park. They can't do a lot of things that normal other places would do. And it's their first year. You gotta cut them a little bit of slack. But I did enjoy my night here, regardless of what happened. Big shout out again to Quinn and Amanda for inviting us out here to check out this event. I had a great time. But if you guys did enjoy, please make sure you drop a like and also comment down below if you're planning on coming out here for Dark Nights. I'd love to hear your opinions if you actually have been out here as well for opening weekend. But as always, I'm Michael from Walkthroughs giving you the all clear, and all clear means that you are out of here. See you guys next time.